Imagine a hero who never gives up, who rises even in the most impossible circumstances. Someone who becomes the hope of millions, the embodiment of victory against all odds. In 2008, at Survivor Series, a wrestling legend transformed into something more, something unbeatable. This was the moment when John Cena, after overcoming a nearly devastating injury, returned to the ring to become the unstoppable Super Cena. But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the amazing videos we'll be releasing. It's November 2008, and Survivor Series is happening live in Boston, Massachusetts. This event was crucial in WWE history, a moment that redefined John Cena's career, and in some ways, the direction of the company itself. Cena had been the face of WWE for more than 3 years, a central figure who drew crowds with his relentless energy and charismatic presence. He started as a rebellious rapper, a character who dared to challenge conventions, mocking his opponents with sharp rap verses and defiant attitudes. However, as time went on, we saw Cena evolve, transforming into WWE's franchise, a title he carried with responsibility and pride. The challenge of adapting to a new era in WWE wasn't easy. With the shift to the PG era, the company needed a hero who was more than just a wrestler. They needed someone who could embody family values, be a role model for children, and represent this new phase. In this context, John Cena was molded to become that symbol of perseverance and moral strength. He donned vibrant colors, adopted the motto, "Never give up," and became a modern-day superhero for millions of fans worldwide. The severity of his injury cannot be underestimated. Many wrestlers would have had their careers ended by something like that. But Cena, in a display of resilience that would become his trademark, returned to the ring ahead of schedule. His first match back was in the main event against Chris Jericho, a formidable opponent and one of the top heels at the time. Expectations were high. Many believed that Cena wasn't at 100%. And for that reason, the company could choose not to return the title to Cena's hands. But in a twist that shocked the world, Cena not only returned, but became the World Heavyweight Champion that night. It was at this moment that Super Cena was born. This term, which began as a joke among fans, perfectly captured Cena's new status, an unstoppable, almost superhuman force inside the ring. Before that, Cena was already a powerhouse, but after Survivor Series 2008, he became practically invincible. It didn't matter how tough the conditions were, if the opponent was about to defeat him, or if he was facing 1, 2, or 3 men, Cena always found a way to win. The term Super Cena became so popular that it even entered the Urban Dictionary as John Cena's alter ego. When he takes a beating that would leave any ordinary person in a coma, but instead, he transforms into an invincible being, delivering his 5 fatal moves that are more powerful than any foreign object strike. And it wasn't an exaggeration, because from that moment on, Cena became WWE Superman. Even when he lost, it took an avalanche of finishers to take him down. WrestleMania with Big Show and Edge? Cena lifts both like it's nothing. An I Quit match against Randy Orton? Cena was basically tortured for 15 minutes. But guess what? He won. It was as if he had activated an infinite life code. Remember the Nexus, a group of rookies who invaded Raw? Considered the biggest threat WWE had seen in a long time? They were brutal. So much so that in one match, they delivered a DDT to Cena on the concrete, and it looked like he was dead. Surely you'd think that after a DDT on concrete and a 2-on-1 disadvantage, Cena would finally be defeated, right? After all, how could he survive that? But that's when Super Cena's powers came into play, and it even became a meme, Cena wins LOL. From 2009 onward, this became the narrative. Cena wins LOL. No matter the situation, even if he lost, he would come out of the match with his head held high, and it would take an army or a lot of cheating to take him down. One of the most insane examples was in 2012 when Brock Lesnar, fresh out of the UFC, returned to WWE. Cena had just lost to The Rock at WrestleMania, and now faced a former UFC champion. Cena was destined to lose. There was no way he could win this one. Lesnar beat Cena like he was a 5-year-old child. It was one of the most brutal displays of all time. Cena was lying in a pool of his own blood. And what a triumphant return for Lesnar, who would become a major star and dominate WWE. But no. Super Cena, like a phoenix, rise from the ashes, delivered an AA to Lesnar, and boom, 1, 2, 3. Cena wins, LOL. In Lesnar's first match after returning from the UFC, John Cena, nearly dying, recovers and wins. And so it went, time after time. And if you're not convinced by these examples, remember when Mark Henry delivered one of the best promos in history? At the next pay-per-view, Cena won. Or how about when Cena returned from elbow surgery, won the world title in his first match back, and shortly after, Damien Sandow cashed in his money in the bank, destroyed Cena's elbow for a good 5 minutes, leaving him almost in tears. But guess what? Cena won too, LOL. It's really surreal. Super Cena was in full swing from 2009 onwards, and yes, he was the company's top face, so it made sense for him to win most matches, but some situations simply defied logic. This sequence of almost supernatural victories generated mixed reactions. Younger fans, those who saw Cena as an infallible hero, loved every moment. To them, Cena was the embodiment of victory against all odds. But on the other hand, older fans began to tire of this predictable narrative. Memes were created, hate pages emerged, and the phrase "Cena wins LOL" became a widely used catchphrase to criticize WWE's repetitive booking. But why did WWE insist on making Cena this unbeatable superhero? Part of the answer lies in the fact that Cena was the face of the company, the wrestler who sold the most merchandise, who attracted the most media attention, and who inspired a new generation of fans. For these kids, seeing Cena win, even in the most impossible situations, was something inspiring, something they carried into their own lives as a lesson to never give up, no matter how tough things got. It was 2014, and there were still no signs that Super Cena was coming to an end. WWE was about to deliver one of the most memorable SummerSlam events, the clash between Brock Lesnar and John Cena for the World Heavyweight Championship. The stage was set for a colossal showdown. Lesnar had demolished CM Punk, defeated Big Show, and ended The Undertaker's legendary streak at WrestleMania. Cena was next in line, and everyone expected Lesnar, finally positioned as he deserved, to emerge victorious. The atmosphere at the event was filled with anticipation. Lesnar made a triumphant entrance, receiving applause from the audience, while Cena, with his famous phrase, "Never give up," was met with boos, except for a group of children who still believed in their hero. The battle promised to be epic, with fans eager to see how John Cena would face the giant Lesnar. The bell rang, and the match began. Within seconds, Lesnar executed his feared F5, surprising everyone. John Cena managed to get up, but it was clear that Lesnar was determined to dismantle his opponent. Lesnar delivered a series of devastating suplexes, leaving John Cena and the spectators stunned. The crowd was in shock, and the chants of "Cena sucks" were deafening as Lesnar continued his merciless assault. Despite Cena's attempts to turn the tide, including an AA, Lesnar maintained his dominance. Cena was brutally defeated after an endless series of suplexes and a conclusive end with another F5. The finish was shocking. He was battered, and many children were traumatized. As soon as the match ended, paramedics rushed in without hesitation. He lay there, seemingly lifeless. For the adults, especially those who were already tired of Super Cena, it was a night of pure satisfaction. For the children, however, it was a devastating shock. The hero they adored was not just losing, but being crushed relentlessly. The cries of a single child in the audience, trying to support Cena, starkly contrasted with the reaction of the adult crowd. And it was on that day that Super Cena died. After SummerSlam, Cena continued his career, of course, but the loss to Lesnar marked the end of an era. He never regained the same aura of invincibility. The night of 2014 was when Super Cena truly died. And although John Cena continued to fight and win, he was never seen the same way again. The event was a milestone, marking the end of a cycle and the gradual reconciliation of fans with John Cena, who slowly began to be accepted again, even though he was still booed. Another point that, even if it is not directly linked to this event, was at Crown Jewel in 2023, where John Cena was obliterated by Solo Sikoa. That moment, to be honest, exemplified that not even the greatest of all time is fit to beat the times, and now that you can no longer be the face of the organization, we are going to humiliate you at the expense of new talent. I hope John Cena has a better outcome for the end of his career. How about you? Do you like Super Cena or not? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. See you in the next one.